Oh man, I'm excited for this one. All right, what's going on YouTube? We're back again with another reaction, another review today. I just did NF's intro 3 yesterday and I couldn't wait. I had to do it today. So today's music video reaction, NF's Outcast. So I did my reaction to Outro a few days ago, and then I did Intro 3's reaction yesterday. And from the comments and everything that people have been saying that Outcast is next, and the keys that were referenced at the end of Outro, and then him talking about the keys in Intro 3, that's all referenced to Outcast. So I'm really excited. Everyone's saying Outcast is awesome. It's a great music video. The beat is awesome. A lot of people have been hyping this song up, so I'm really excited to get this going and really see where NF is coming from with this one, because there's definitely been a lot of fans that have messaged me and told me that I'm really going to enjoy Outcast. If I was going to enjoy Outro, if I was going to enjoy Intro 3, which I loved both of them, I was going to definitely love Outcast. So the time has come and it's time to do Outcast. But first, if you guys could smash that like button, smash subscribe, hit that little bell for future notifications for any of my future videos, that would be greatly appreciated. I recently just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and I'm gunning for 5,000. I haven't even been doing this for 3 months yet and I've already hit 1,000 subscribers, so I'm definitely excited. I want to see this channel grow. I want to see just how many people are out there that really want to connect with music, how in the same way how I connect and how a lot of my subscribers that I already have connect with music in that emotional construct way, and how the actual dynamic in the bars and how the background sounds and the tonations, how everything derives an emotional context, not just the words that are being said, but how everything's getting displayed. So if you guys like that, if you guys are into that kind of stuff with music, if you guys really connect with music, smash that subscribe button and join the Axiom Society, because that's what we're all about here. But without further ado, NF, let's see what you got. Get these all situated. Cool. I'm digging it.
Woke up in the cell, where am I at? Yeah, it's cold, but I like that. What am I trapped? Heart's beating out of my chest. Doors locked, but the keys are in my hands. Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense.
Okay, I get it. There's the keys that he found in Outro. All right, so it's like Outro was at night, and then he woke up in this cage. He says, cold, but I like that. Heart's beating out of my chest. So it's like he's still in his jail, and which he talks about that in Intro 3. He's in his jail, but the keys are in my hand. So I like that this is a direct follow from those, like that. All right, I'm speechless as to how intricate he lays his journey out, like how he just progresses with the storyline already. Like this already hit. I'm 23 seconds in, and it's already, you can already tell the context from the prior 2 songs that he did that I reacted to of how it's going to go forward.
Trap, heart's beating out of my chest. Doors locked, but the keys are in my hands. Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense, does it? I make songs that don't make friends. Judge me, might smile, but it ain't that funny. Sing along to the pain, they love it. Life's like
I like that beat text that he does for, like, with his lyrics. Just da 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 da. That's a really cool way to do it. Like, without the use of drums, without the use of any form of percussion, he is creating his own form of drum beat percussion with his own words, and using the syllables very intricately laid in. Like that's genius.
Make friends, judge me, might smile, but it ain't that funny. Sing along to the pain, they love it. Life's like a merry-go-round, now I'm still trying to figure it out. I like space, I don't fit in the crowds. My whole life I've been airing it out. Oh, I'm getting into character now.
I like space, I don't fit in the crowds. That's kind of a contradiction for Nate, because, and I know, once again, I'm pausing a bunch of times, but it's NF, it's his bars, so get over it if you don't like it. But it's funny that he says he doesn't fit well. He doesn't do well in crowds. He likes space. He likes being alone by himself. But his job, he does live performances. He has some huge, massive crowds, and he has some of the biggest fan bases that are loyal. Like, there's people that have bigger fan bases, of course, but those that are diehard loyal to him, he's definitely up there. He's really up there as far as that percentage of fans that are loyal to him. Like, he doesn't do well in crowds, but he does well in crowds. Like that's a good contradiction.
I figure it out. I like space, I don't fit in the crowds. My whole life I've been airing it out. Oh, I'm getting into character now. Feels wrong, but it feels right. My feelings seal tight, real nice, but I will fight anything to win. But I'm not Mike Tyson. I won't bite you, but I will tell you if I don't like you.
I'm not Mike Tyson. I won't bite you, but I'll tell you if I don't like you. Shout out to Mike Tyson. Even with the Vander Holyfield ear biting incident. If you guys didn't know, that's what he did. in the fight. YouTube's riddled with plenty of videos of it, but I like that reference. I love pop culture references within that's very well interlaid in music.
Anything to win, but I'm not Mike Tyson. I won't bite you, but I will tell you if I don't like you. I am not the norm, I got my own shoes, I ain't tryna fit in yours. I never been married, but I felt divorced. Hi, I'm Nate, have we met before? Somebody told you I was whack? Check the source. Somebody told you I was back? Yes, of course, you got a problem with the fans? There's the door, you looking for the old me? Check the more. I'm not a fortune teller, but I can see into the future.
Looking for the old me, check the morgue. That's a good one, because him, like in the last video, last song, intro 3, when he killed his fear, that was intertwined with him. He killed his fear. He buried his fear, and that was part of him. So check the morgue. That part of him is dead. That's a cool way to kind of show. I understand that you guys think I'm changing, and I am. Like it's just confronting people that say, "Oh, well, from your last song to this song or to that blah 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 whatever record, you've changed." Yeah, no. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to grow, and that's what he's doing. He's calling it out.
Oh, you looking for the old me? Check the more. I'm not a fortune teller, but I can see into the future better. Ain't no telling what'll happen when I pick up the microphone, get the fans together. Same style, but the songs are better. Been a year and a half, feels like it's gone forever. Ain't no drinking my hand, but you know the buzz coming. Big steps in the game, the Hulk is running. My thoughts are funny, it feels like I'm on to something. Yeah.
Big steps in the game, it's like the Hulk is running. I've said before in other reactions, whenever like I said, I love pop culture reactions, but I love Marvel reactions. I am a Marvel, Star Wars movie nut and comic book nut, like you name it. And anytime a rapper brings in some form of Marvel reference, I'm always like, I get like kind of a giddy essence. Like I'm like, yeah, there it is. That's part of my childhood, and like I like that. The big steps, it's like the Hulk is running. Like that's a cool way to put that in, because I mean, Hulk's a big boy. He's the biggest of boys.
The buzz coming, big steps in the game, the Hulk is running. My thoughts are funny, it feels like I'm on to something. Yeah. I'm high off the music, my head's in the clouds. I kinda like it up here, I'm not coming down. I'd rather be alone, I am not good in crowds. Which is kinda confusing, I know, been that way since a child. They laugh and they tell me I'll never get out. I'm just trying to be me, I am nobody else. I don't care what you think, I'm just being myself. So I guess for now, I'll just be the outcast. I'll just be the outcast. Yeah, I'll just be the outcast.
That's a good hook.
I guess I'll be the outcast. Yeah, I guess I don't fit the mold of rap, cause I'm respecting women. I heard your record, I was laughing at it. Maybe they would like me more if I got a little graphic with it. No, I don't wanna blend in with you little rapping idiots. I'd rather be the outcast. I ain't never putting out trash. I take 100 and staple it right to my tongue. I always put the money where my mouth's at. Feels good to be here now.
Take 100 and staple it to my tongue. I put my money where my mouth's at. That's a good visual representation. I like how he put that, and I love how he's talking about not fitting the mold. I like that. Now I get why he's saying outcast, because he is the outcast. He's an outcast in the music industry. Like, yes, he's so successful, and he has so many. Like, yes, he's successful. He's not an independent. He's not just solely independent artist like Tom McDonald or anything like that. And he's not. Like, he has a record label. He has a company, and shout out to the record label that pays him for all of this. Like, for him to put this stuff out. That's awesome. But he's still the outcast. He's not rapping about the same crap, the same muddled just rhetoric that we hear all the time from mainstream rap. Like, it's all the same stuff that comes out. Like, and it changes over time as the genre evolves or de-evolves for the mumble rappers. But as it changes over time, like, yeah, there's a lot of changes in the dynamic and what's being rapped about. As far as, back in the day, it was a lot about smoking weed, and then now it's a lot about sipping lean. It's different things. That's where it changes, but still it's putting out the same rhetoric as far as what's going on. So he's definitely an outcast as far as what he's rapping about. He's not rapping about the normal things. He's rapping about what's important to him, what involves him, his issues, and it connects with the fans. That's why he's an outcast, and that's awesome that he's just flat out saying, yeah, I'm the outcast. That's me. I'm the outcast. That this is where it's at. Like, that's solid. It's kind of like he knows where he's at. Like you said in intro 1, I know where my lane is. He knows where he's at. Like that's good. Like that I like to think that has a little bit of play into this, as far as like not so much the lyric itself, but his thought process. His thought process stayed the same. He knows he's the outcast. He's always known he's the outcast. Like, I like that.
I take 100 and staple it right to my tongue. I always put the money where my mouth at. Feels good to be here now. I'm a weird person with a weird crowd. Would you don't like that? That's cool, that's great, that's fine. Okay, you can leave now. Got a weird smile, but I like it though. I painted on. I
like that Joker smile. Like that he's painting on a fake smile. He's painting on a fake smile for people. Like, he is where he's at. He's in his cell. He's in his own jail. He's locked in his head. He has his own anguishes in his mind mentally, but he's putting on that fake smile. He's putting on that look, that smile that all the other rappers are putting on. But he's still talking about everything. He's bringing you into his world. He's essentially talking about everything that's wrong with him and bringing you into that cage with him. Like, that's what's awesome about it. Like, he's putting on that fake smile for the public, but for his fans, the door's open. Come into the cage. You're welcome in. Like, I think that's why he has the keys. Not so much for him to get out right away or in general, but so much to be able to let the fans in.
That's cool, that's great, that's fine. Okay, you can leave now. Got a weird smile, but I like it though. I painted on me, walk into the microphone and put the caution tape around me like it didn't intro one. Yeah, they got me reminiscing now. Yeah, you didn't know I'm about to go mad.
He referenced intro 1. All right, yes. That's cool. Talk about, put the caution tape around him, intro 1, he's got him reminiscing. That's cool because, like I just said, him talking about him staying in his lane. That's direct reference to intro 1. And I love that he touches back on former songs. Like, he did that, of course, in outro. He did that in intro 3. Like, he's touching back on songs, and it's phenomenal how he's doing that.
Around me like it didn't intro one. Yeah, they got me reminiscing now. Yeah, you didn't know I'm about to go mad. Never wanted something so bad. Goosebumps to the whole track. Ain't no way I'm gonna hold back. Got me thinking that I'm cooking in a math lab. How I'm blowing up in front of my own eyes. You look a little lost, you ain't get that. Coming from a town where nobody is a rap, I guess I never get the memo once I missed that. Wow. Here I go in my feelings again. I can feel it again. So I lay in my bed in my cell with a pen and I dwell on my sins. I keep wondering when time to open the door. They don't know who I am, but I pick up the keys and I put on my Timbs and I stare at the locks and the tat on my skin and I think to myself, I don't want to fit in.
Oh my God. That was hard as hell. Like, no drum beat at all in the background. Just that humming, just that musical cadence, that hum in the background, and just him just going at it. That was a bar. Like, that was a bar talking about him not fitting in. Like, an acceptance of not fitting in. Like, that was tough.
Timbs and I stare at the locks and the tat on my skin and I think to myself, I don't want to fit in. I'm high off the music, my head's in the clouds. I kinda like it up here, I'm not coming down. I'd rather be alone, I am not good in crowds. Which is kinda confusing, I know, been that way since a child. They laugh and they tell me I'll never get out. I'm just trying to be me, I am nobody else. I don't care what you think, I'm just being myself.
Hey, do you, man?
So I guess for now, yeah, I'll just be the outcast. I'll just be the outcast. Yeah, I'll just be the outcast. I guess I'll be the outcast. Yeah, trying to focus. Take a knife to my head, then I cut it open. Take my brain, put it on the floor, trying to figure out my motives. Y'all thought I was an issue when the door was locked.
Cut my brain out of my head, put it on the floor to try to figure out my motives, try to inspect my own brain. That's a visual. Like, that's a solid visual, which kind of reminded me a little bit of movie Hannibal when he cuts off the piece of the guy's brain and pops his head off. A little graphic, but that's solid.
It open, take my brain, put it on the floor, trying to figure out my motives. Y'all thought I was an issue when the door was locked. Nah, you should see me when the door opens. Every night I can hear voices, put a camera in my face, might turn Joker like a Mike Posner. Always been a little complex.
Put a camera in my face, might turn Joker like a Mike Posner. Is he referencing the red carpet interview? I forget when that was. That was a few years back. But when Mike Posner and was it Black Bear? I think it was them two, where they did their hair green like they were Joker, if I remember right. Comment down below. Let me know if that's what he's referencing. But if he's saying, put a camera in my face, I might go Joker like a Mike Posner. That's a cool reference. Very, very small. Like, I don't know of a lot of people that'll catch that. I like to follow a lot of the red carpet interviews with artists and stuff. And if that's what he's referencing, that's an intricately laid piece.
Put a camera in my face, might turn Joker like a Mike Posner. Always been a little complex, difficult to process. Some of y'all wanna sit around and try to pick apart my bars. Here's some lines you could dissect. If I'ma die, giving everything that I have. Take a deep breath, I don't need y'all's respect. I'm a reject, kid at recess, playing games with his make-believe friends. Yeah.
I don't need y'all's respect. For those of you that are reacting to me, thanks, Nate. But I was the kid at the reject at recess, playing with kids or friends that were made up friends like that. You know what? That's funny. Like there's all of us have had, you know, make believe or made up friends and stuff when we were kids. I think a lot of the people that, like myself included, that follow and that are fans of him have had instances where, you know, we're the ones that we have been bullied. We've gone through stuff in life. We have been deemed as kind of an outcast, at least either our whole life or at least at one point in time of our lives. So we can always remember that. And that's how we connect to it, especially like with this song. And I like that. Like I was pretty saying, he's like, y'all don't like me? I don't care. He goes, I don't need you guys' respect. I got my fans and they're with me on this. Like I don't need anyone else's respect. I was always that weird kid. So I was the outcast then. I'll be the outcast now. I don't care. Like I like that.
Breath, I don't need y'all's respect. I'm a reject, kid at recess, playing games with his make-believe friends. Yeah, I don't ever take a night off. Lights off in a room and I write songs. I might fall into my thoughts once in a while when the mic's off. You ain't never seen no drive like mine. Better hop out of my car. I'm about to unlock my doors. You ain't got a seatbelt on. Better find one. Ain't
nobody got a drive like mine. Better get out of my car. I'm about to open my doors, find a seatbelt. Like that. I think he's even more visual in this one than he has been in a lot of other songs prior. Like I think intro 3 he was super visual, and like I think that was predominantly that's why he didn't do a music video, because he had it so you could visually see what he was talking about, like just so well. But this one, I think he's given more just bars that are giving little glimpses, mental glimpses. That I think the mental imagery that he's using in this and how he's interlaying his words in this, I think it's even better laid out than some of his prior songs. And no discredit to any of his prior songs. Like his prior songs are absolutely phenomenal. I love them. But I think this one it's got a little bit more of a visual context to it.
Hop out of my car. I'm about to unlock my doors. You ain't got a seatbelt on. Better find one. Getting sick of people telling me to smile more. TS was a chapter I'll never forget. It was therapy for me, but it's time to turn the page now. Hey, shut up. I'm trying to tell him my story. I'm sorry. I wasn't yelling at y'all. I was talking to the voices. I rip out the drums of the industry's ears for trying to ignore me and play them while singing the chorus.
Oh, man. Telling everyone to shut up, and he ain't speaking to y'all. I ain't speaking to y'all. So he's not talking to us. He's not talking to the fans. He said, I'm trying to rip out the drums of the ears of the industry. Whew. He is the outcast in the music industry. Like he definitely is. Like he's not like, you know, he's not seen in the same light as all the other top artists. You know, you can name any top artist, and people see them in a different light because of what NF does, what he raps about, how he raps, the image that he puts through, and also just the emotional context he puts out. It's not all about parties, popping pills, doing this, blah 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 blah. You know, all the uppity stuff that so many rappers talk about. It's the nitty, it's the gritty, it's the dirty, it's the emotional, it's the connectable. In all honesty, and that's why his fans connect so well, because he connects on a level that isn't celebrity to fan. It's not, you know, I say jump, you say how high. It's not that kind of celebrity to fan. It's a we're in this together. That's where he's at. Like he brings you into his world, with your own issues, and it's like he's just talking about himself, but he is connecting the dots with you as a fan. That's what makes you so loyal, and that's what's awesome about this. Like he's pretty much saying, you know, screw the industry. I don't care about the industry. Like I'm trying to you know, break the drums of the ears of the industry. Like I'm trying to put them down. Like I'm the outcast. I get that. I have my fans. That this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. Like that's solid.
Drums of the industry's ears for trying to ignore me and play them while singing the chorus. I'll just be the outcast. I'll just be the outcast. Yeah, I'll just be the outcast. I guess I'll be the outcast. I'll just be the outcast. I'll just be the outcast. Yeah,
everyone put on that smile. Oh, That's what it was. Yeah, he brought them in. I said that earlier. He raps like it's like, you know, the scenes where it had the door open. His keys weren't to get himself out necessarily, at least not yet, anyways. But his keys were to bring everyone in, and that's what it showed. As that final bit of the chorus was showing, everyone was putting on their smile. They were putting on that fake Joker smile. They were putting on that smile, like how he is. Like his fans connect with him in the same way. They're doing the same thing he's doing, not because he's doing it, but because it's the same coping mechanism. It's the same way to go about it. And then it showed them all in his cage, all in the same boat. They're all together in this. He brought them into his world, and they have that connectability, and that's kind of like him and his fans. We're all in this together. This is us. This is all we have. This is all we need. This is what we are doing. We are locked in here together. I had the keys to bring you in, not to get me out. Like that's the symbology in that is phenomenal. And that song was so well laid out. The bars were awesome. How he did his beats to his syllables, and how his beat changes have happened throughout. Like, God, it was good. Like that was awesome. Like that was I got no words for it. I got no words other than exceptional. So that was my reaction to Outcast by NF. Holy hell, that was awesome. Oh my God. Like, I love that it referenced right directly in with the keys and him waking up in the cell and his fans, and just how it put that emotional context to it. Like, he drives such a hard emotional feel with this one, talking about his life, his story, where he's at within the music industry, where he's been, where he came from, where he's grown to, his fan base, his love for his fan base. You know, that nothing's going to affect him. He doesn't care about any other people's opinions other than his fans. He's got his people, that because he's always been the outcast. Like I really like that. It's like he's taken the problems with him, and now like he's talked so much about the problems with him and you know, what's happened in his past. And he went through his therapy with his therapy sessions. He vented it out. He got it out in the open. He talked about everything, got his emotional stress out. And now he's taking that emotional stress, it seems like so far within this album, at least the first 3 songs that I've gone through, and he's turning that into armor. He's turning that into his own body armor. Like he's wearing it like armor. He's making that his weakness his strength now. And in doing so, his weakness created this fan base, and this fan base is helping him fortify that weakness into his strength. And I think that's awesome. Like that's really the kind of flow of his journey that what it looks like, and or at least that's what it seems like it's going. Like I can't wait to keep pushing through with this album, and then I forget what the next album is. I think it's The Search, and then I think after that is Clouds, if I remember right. Like I have the whole list ready. But that was awesome. That was phenomenal. That is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, NF songs so far to date. But if you guys like this reaction, as always, smash that like button, smash subscribe, smash that little bell for future notifications for any future videos. I'm trying to grow this channel to 5,000 subscribers and get it going even higher. And I've hit 1,000 just recently within 3 months. Let's keep it going. If you guys enjoy my reactions, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, check out some of my old reactions. But yes, click that like, click subscribe, hit the little bell. Let me know y'all are enjoying it. Post a comment down below of any other future songs that you guys want me to do that aren't NF. I already have all the songs ready for NF. Thank you to everyone that have sent me all the list and the journey of what they've picked and piece parted. Some of you guys have given me a very elaborate list, and I really thank you for giving me a list to follow very well, because I can see why you want me to follow the list in this order, because there's a big message that's growing with it, and I really enjoy it. So thank you guys. Send me some more. Let me know what other songs you guys want. I'll keep feeding you. You keep feeding me. We'll keep this circle going. Keep this Axiom Society growing. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button and comment down below. As always, I love you guys. Thank you so much. But that's it. I'm out.